Hello, we're back again after a short break.
We died.
We slightly died last week, no joke. Harry got some kind of flu, which was like a sore throat, cough, everything. And then I got it, so we were both just dying, and literally we had no voices, so the podcast would have been interesting if we had recorded. So we're back after a week break, and it's episode 30.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
How weird is that? And it's our last full episode
Of 2019.
of 2019.
Crazy.
Crazy. And because it's the last one, obviously there's going to be a mini-sode next week, but we'll forget about that. We're going to talk about the year, 2019, and just stuff that's gone on, really.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because I was just trying to write a list of things we've done, and I was like, I'm sure we've done more than this. But yeah, it doesn't like compute what year it was that we did stuff.
No, this is very true. 2018 and 19 have just become one.
Yeah. I don't know why, because like they're quite different and different stuff was going on, but
Yeah, well, let's start at the start. Nothing happened at the start.
of the you mean January?
Yeah, January.
Yeah. Because we didn't go to Blackpool, did we?
We couldn't.
So that was a bit upsetting.
Yeah.
But then we did go to Towers opening.
Yeah, so that was the first thing. The first kind of opening day that we'd ever been to.
Yeah, it was kind of bizarre.
It was. We didn't really see that many people, in all
Yeah.
honesty. But I think it's because Towers is so big that you never end up seeing everyone.
Yeah.
You know, we met Screwy Loops.
Yeah.
Then we met some other people actually. I think we met Airtime John very briefly.
Quick
Sean,
chat with Sean.
obviously quick chat with Sean before he got pulled away.
Yeah.
By a fellow fan.
Who else did we see? We saw other people. It's such a blur, I can't even remember.
Yeah, you know, we didn't speak to, but saw some people from PBE
Yeah.
very briefly while we were just hanging around. I think it was such a busy day.
It was
such
very
a
busy.
hectic day that we kind of just crazy. It was crazy. And this year next year we are going to Blackpool opening weekend.
We are.
I just imagine that's going to be even worse. It's just going to be
Even
so
worse.
like mental, especially with the park being smaller. So you're just going to run into people all the time, and we're there for the weekend. So yeah, come on down, say hello.
The whole park's just going to be enthusiasts. Yep. There's going to be no one else there.
Very much looking forward to it. But yeah, Towers opening day was the first real kick-off of the season.
Yeah. I can't really remember what we did after that. I think, when did we go to Blackpool? Was it April?
Yeah, we did. So we went to Blackpool in April, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
my second time in Blackpool.
first being with the Americans.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
The year before.
Yeah, so that was quite good for you then, to go back to Blackpool.
Yeah. That's when I lost all my sweets, if people remember that.
Yes.
Absolutely traumatic time.
Slightly before that, I went to Drayton Manor.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Drayton Manor for one reason, and it was to ride Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And it was closed the entire day.
Gutted.
And then it started raining, and G-Force is dead.
Yeah.
So, I think April, yeah.
We had a couple of things going on.
Yeah.
It's always quite quiet then. Before summer really starts and you get to like go whenever you want kind of thing.
We didn't do too much. I guess it's about right for April. Did we do anything else? I feel like there was something else.
Well, in June or July, I can't remember which one, we did the challenge for charity.
Oh, yeah, wait there. We've got to do month by month.
Yeah, but I don't think we did anything in between, is what I mean.
May.
Because it would have been like exams.
Nothing happened in May.
And, you know,
in June,
final stuff.
I went to Alton Towers. Did the dungeons in June, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, this is why I don't remember this then, because I didn't go.
That was interesting, the dungeons.
Yeah.
Kind of like a budget version of the other dungeons around. It was fun. I got picked on so many times.
Of course.
As the person to go up.
Why I will not go in them ever.
It's funny.
Wait, so March we went to Towers. April, Drayton and Blackpool.
I feel like there's one more, but then there
I cannot remember.
It can't be one more.
No.
Yeah.
And then then May you went
Nothing.
to Towers.
May was nothing.
When was Towers?
June, early June.
June, okay.
And it was early June for Towers, and then that was it for June.
Yeah.
Might have been to Creeley in June, actually.
Yeah, we popped Creeley in there somewhere.
Yes. That was probably June. Creeley's this small park in Devon.
Yeah.
But we went there just to get the creds, man.
It was quite
Need those 3 creds.
unforgettable. No, forgettable.
Forgettable is the word you were looking for, yeah.
Unforgettable.
So that was June. We're already on to June. It's kind of a bit pathetic, isn't it? We haven't really done much.
We've done stuff, but like, it's parks we've been to so many times. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, we just went back to Towers, just went back to Blackpool.
Next year.
Well, we will be.
Well, that's a good idea. We could talk about what we're doing next year.
Yeah, we do that in the end.
Because we really haven't got anything to talk about this time.
No, we're getting to the juicy stuff now.
Okay.
This is where it picks up, guys. This is where it gets exciting.
So done June, July, start of July. So
yeah.
In June, I guess what we did was plan.
Yeah.
So
and train.
So yes, well, no.
No training involved.
So Jack, who's been
Our
in a few
friend
videos.
Jack.
Yep, he had the idea of cycling between.
No. Don't know. He didn't have the idea. He said it as a joke.
He said as a joke to cycle. Well, first he said as a joke to cycle to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, which is still a possibility.
No.
We're not ruling it out yet.
And then he was like, let's just cycle between the South Parks instead.
Yeah.
Right? And that was a joke. And then you had the idea of, let's actually do it, but for charity.
Yeah.
So then we did it.
We did it.
We did it on these small hire bikes. Me and Zoe did anyway. And that killed you.
Yeah, they had really small wheels because they fold.
Yep.
So, not ideal.
You were dead by the end of it.
It really just hurt my posterior. If the seat was better and comfier, and it wasn't so bumpy, like if there was a bit more suspension on the bike so that it wasn't all force on the seat area, then it would have been okay. But like, because my legs were fine, like I could cycle it. That was okay. It was just like the constant pain of it. Mm-hmm. But we did it.
We did do it in the end. We set out a schedule, to follow. We're going to be at this park here.
At this time.
Yep.
Which we didn't end up sticking to at all.
Hell no.
We literally like just about made it to Legoland at the end.
Yeah.
Before it shut.
It was pretty mental.
But
it was successful.
Yeah, and we did a whole podcast about that with Jack. So go find it if you didn't listen. But that was pretty mad. That was one of our biggest things.
Yeah, that we
as a channel that we did.
Yes.
That was a bit mad.
So yeah, 3 parks. Started at Chessington, rode 2 things there. Went on to Thorpe Park, rode the Swarm, and then went on to Legoland and rode the Haunted House Monster Party.
Yeah.
As you said, we only just about made it. It was crazy. But in the end, we raised over £800 for charity.
We did.
For Merlin's Magic Wand, which is treating ill kids to a day out, but then also bringing some magic into hospitals and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do a lot of they make kind of areas in hospitals and stuff like that. So they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we raised loads more than we thought.
Yeah, 800 is pretty good going. So... It makes me want to. I actually enjoyed the cycling as much as you hated it. I think Jack
was fine.
Was
Jack
okay.
had a real bike.
Yeah, but I think by the end of it, he was dying. I was never really
But cycling is something you do all the time, or used to do all the time.
So I kind of like to do it again, but further, just between 2 parks.
Yeah.
Go between.
I feel like 2 parks would be good because the worst part was getting on the bike again the second time.
Yes.
To go to the 3rd park.
Yeah.
Whereas if we just did one big journey in between and tried to get there for the end of the day, it would be a bit more kind of mentally okay.
Who knows? We'll look into that. Going between. I've looked at going between Drayton Manor and Alton Towers. It's possible. It's a trek.
I mean, anything's possible.
It's possible.
Harry, but...
You could probably go between Alton Towers and Thorpe Park if you really wanted to try.
Oh no.
That's a 2-hour drive. No, it's not. It's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
Ish. Right, you could do that in a day.
Oh god.
Start at Towers. But yeah, we'll look into boosting it, making it bigger and better. It doesn't have to be cycling.
Yeah, let us know.
But we just
what funny things do you want us to do?
Yeah, I think the whole point of it was like a double blow. It was raising money for charity and then trying to see as many people as we could.
Yeah.
And I think I'd want to do that again. It's kind of hard to try and do something, but then also see people.
Yeah, it didn't really. I feel like it didn't really work.
It didn't work
because we held up We got held up. So Chesington was a mistake just generally that we did 2 rides. We should have just done 1 and left. But we thought we were ahead of schedule, so we're like, oh, we'll do another one. But I think the mistake was like at Thorpe Park there were so many people there that we felt like we couldn't really leave.
Yeah.
But we had to get on with it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a hard situation.
If you did 2 parks, I feel like it wouldn't be as bad.
No, because once you're there, you can have a set time to leave the first park so everybody knows what time you're going to leave.
Yeah.
And then once you're at the other one, it doesn't matter because you're just there.
Or you try and do an event at park, you know, and like periodically take time to see people.
Yeah.
Don't know, we'll have to think about that. But yeah, no, that was a cool thing that we never really tried before and was successful in the end.
Apparently so.
Yeah. So it was July. And then August was quite a big one. Well, the biggest one, realistically.
Yeah. We took a holiday to Sweden.
Sweden.
And yeah, we went to 2 new parks. 2 exciting parks. Well, there was Kolmården to ride Wildfire.
Yep.
Which we specifically did for Harry, so he could go on it. And then we were near Stockholm, so we also went to Groneland. And we actually went for 2 days, didn't we? But the second day we didn't really ride much.
No. So let's talk about Kolmården first. So yeah, made a trek out there, like 1.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
To ride Wildfire. We got about 5 rides on at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Weird park. It was both busy and it was both very busy and not so busy in terms of
It's a strange one.
The entire park was rammed
with little kids.
Yes. So Wildfire never had a queue above 15 minutes.
Yeah. But so if you don't know, Kolmården's like a wildlife zoo / theme park.
With mainly family rides, right?
And mainly like a zoo. It's mainly zoo.
Yeah.
So all the kids were there, like on the play areas, looking at the animals, whatever. But no one was really paying any attention to Wildfire, which was weird for us, because normally, like, a theme park we go to, everyone's, like, crowding round the thing we want to go on.
Yeah.
But everyone was just kind of like, yeah.
And I feel like that one was maybe a part of its downfall, actually. Was that no one was there interested in it?
Yeah.
And there wasn't that hype around it.
Yeah.
People
I mean,
were
we've
just
said
walking
this
past
many
it.
times. Harry didn't feel any hype.
No. It was strange. What was a highlight of Kolmården specifically was the Skyride gondola.
Amazing.
It really was. So for anyone who doesn't know, essentially they have like a large expanse of land that's sectioned off into animal enclosures, but they're really big.
They're massive.
And they have a skyride, so a gondola system that takes you around them. So
but you're like above
the
enclosure.
Yeah.
In a little sky ride.
Yeah. And you go around for about half an hour, just dipping into and over these different enclosures, depending on what they are. And some of them got really close. You know, to the animals. So that was definitely a highlight. And
I don't want to plug my channel, but you could actually see it on my channel because there's a lot of background footage that Harry didn't put in his videos. But yeah, Zosterbot if you want to see it. It was very good. And it was so quiet, like from going from the park bit.
Yes.
And then you could just hear the noise like fade away. And then it was just silent and it was just animals.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
It was. It was good. I like that one. And then Groneland, as you said, in the heart of Stockholm.
Yep.
So with Kolmården, there wasn't really many rides to get on. It was pretty much Wildfire and the Skyride gondola.
Yeah.
Groneland was a different story. There was quite a lot to get on and quite a lot of new stuff in terms of stuff we hadn't really experienced before.
Yeah.
So we started out with a terrible ride, Insane. Don't like that. It's a Intamin Zaxbid. Awful.
It's actually up there with the worst.
Yeah, it's just so uncomfortable and weird.
Genuinely painful.
Yeah, it is. So we did that, got it out of the way. Then it was on to the next big thing, which turns out wasn't ever as busy as you would have thought. And that was Icarus, the drop tower.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that.
So it's a drop tower, but at the top it pivots you down so that you're looking at the floor in terms of your whole chest and body is facing the ground. And then as you drop, it kind of swings you out just before the bottom.
Mm.
But I feel like people are so scared of it that it never got a queue.
No, it never had a queue.
No.
I wonder why.
Quite crazy, but yeah, that drop tower was insane. Loved it. I was terrified of it, but loved it.
Yeah.
So those were two kind of unique rides. I'd done a Zaxby's before, but a while ago.
Yeah.
So those were two, and then it was on to a Wild Mouse, but a Gerstlauer bobsled.
Yeah.
Never done one of those before.
That was good.
It was good. It's like a Wild Mouse, but better.
Yeah. And then there was the Woody.
Then there was the Woody, which was new to us.
What was it?
Twister.
Twister.
Yes, that was a small gravity group wooden coaster. Really fun.
A lot of new stuff in this park.
Yeah, really fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was definitely a highlight for me. Definitely one of
And
the
what's the
top
red
rides.
one?
Kavaston, I think it is, was another new one.
Yeah,
A Vekoma-
literally, this park has everything we haven't ever done.
Vekoma suspended family coaster.
Yeah.
Enjoy that as well.
Yeah.
Very smooth, very floaty, very nice. That was about it for new stuff. There was another drop tower.
Well, no. There was the, what's it called? The house thing.
Oh, yes.
What's it called?
The
Fun House. Which
Yes.
you've never really done before either.
Well, no, I guess.
Except
that's true.
for at Winter Wonderland, that ride, which had a
Yeah.
little bit of one.
So go on, talk us through the fun house.
It's actually a traumatic memory because I just couldn't do any of the things you had to do. I don't like it. Like, even just the start where you had to walk up these stairs that were, like, moving. So, and I nearly, like, did the splits. You had to stop the whole thing. And then there
You
was
were pretty
just,
bad, yeah.
there was just other stuff, like, that span or, like, the floor moved. There's, like, mirror rooms. And then, like, a slide at the end. The slide was good. The other stuff I
slide
just
is
could
very
not
good.
do.
No, I loved it. I thought it was really fun. But then we went on it again, me and Zoe's brother James, without Zoe, and it wasn't as fun because we couldn't laugh at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was
So
a shame.
sorry.
But no, I think the Funhouse was definitely a highlight of the whole park. So if you ever go to Gondland, make sure you go in the Funhouse.
Yeah.
And then finally, big ride wise, there was Jetline, a Schwarzkopf
Jetline.
sit down coaster. That was really good. Really,
That was good.
Really smooth, fun, quite forceful.
Yeah.
All round. As you said, it was a park full of new stuff.
It was.
Very weird, very unique, very
Yeah.
dense. Loved it. Really, really, really enjoyed that park.
I feel like this year we've done quite a lot of new stuff, even
Yes.
though we've only been to 2 new parks.
Yes, I agree. First RMC,
Yeah,
and then lots of smaller
Yeah.
models ticked off.
exactly. It's been
Yeah.
pretty mad.
It has.
And then, just to show you how much we love Sweden, we went back to Sweden
Yeah, we did.
in September. I think end of September.
No,
No,
start of September.
start of September,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. And we went back to Liseberg.
We did.
One of our favourite places.
Yeah. So that was we won the Clamshell Awards.
Yeah,
For
cupcakes and
2018.
coasters.
Yep. So we got tickets to go there.
We extended it though this
We
time.
did. We got tickets to go and see a concert by Kraftwerk,
Yep.
which was bizarre.
In the park.
In the park, yeah. The park was, as the concert neared, got really busy, but only
For the
people-wise.
venue, the concert venue.
The rides were dead still,
Yeah, they were.
which was really
Yeah.
strange. I think everyone just paid, the £10 admission, because you pay on a ride basis unless you get a wristband. So they paid the £10 admission to go and see them,
Yeah.
but not necessarily ride anything.
Yeah.
So very strange. We love Leesburg though. We did more of what we hadn't done last time. So the rapids, we did the scare house thing,
Oh God, yeah.
and we also got a tour of the whole park by Pontus,
Pontus.
which was crazy.
Yeah.
So we'd spoken to the park earlier, and they gave us this tour, and basically took us around the park, looking at all the maintenance bays and all of the operating cabins for the different major coasters.
Yeah.
And he pointed at the fun house, the scare house. I can't remember what it's called now.
It's a hotel.
Hotel
Hotel something.
Gaston,
Yeah.
I think it is.
But there was like a massive queue.
There was a massive
like
queue.
over an hour.
He pointed at it. He was like, "Have you been on this yet?" We were like, "No." So he took us backstage of there. We saw some of the actors getting
Yeah,
ready
we
to go
did.
inside.
Oh.
Then he then he went and spoken to the host, opened the door. We were right at the front of the queue, and they were like, "Off you go." And he was like,
And I
"We'll
was
meet
like,
at the end."
no, thank you very much.
So we went through that, kind of like a scare maze.
Oh.
Less actors, more sets.
Yeah, the sets were very good.
The sets were very
But
good.
I think the problem for me was like I was expecting more actors, so I was constantly waiting for someone to jump out, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Suspense was real.
Yeah. But it was. I'm glad we experienced it. In the
Yeah.
end. Very unique attraction
Yeah.
to have at a theme park. So no, it was cool. Some of the sets, as you said, were pretty crazy.
Yeah. You can hear all about that though. All these things we've done. Basically, we've done an episode before about them in detail.
Yeah.
So
pick
you
your
know where
favourite.
to find them.
But yeah, Pontus, crazy. Sign Boulder, saw
Yeah,
so
we did.
much. It's mental.
We
mental.
won a massive chocolate bar.
We did.
That was a highlight. That was hilarious. We bet our ticket on Coasterbot, the letter C.
C for Coaster
And it won.
That was crazy. We've still got some of the chocolate.
We have it
as
in
well.
the fridge.
Yeah, we just don't want it. I don't want to eat it.
Oh man, we should just keep it forever. Just frame it.
Yeah, that was definitely a highlight.
It was.
And to then round off the year, previous years we'd been to a few Halloween events, but really,
Always Scarefest.
always Scarefest and nothing else really. So this year we thought, let's try and dabble in a few more. So we went to Scarefest for the opening weekend. Alton Towers invited us over, and we got to try some of the mazes, try all of the mazes. Of the mazes, a definite biggest highlight was Darkest Depths,
Yeah.
which was their maze that was meant for 10 plus, so for kids.
And it was not.
It was crazy. the theatrics that went into that maze are insane.
Yeah.
So, love
Please
that.
bring it back.
Yes, definitely. Bring it back for next year. We would love to see it again. It was good to, see the park again, all Halloween-y, but I think this year we were a little disappointed by the quality of the mazes had gone up, and there were more of them.
Yeah.
But the general atmosphere around the park, due to the lack of scare zones, went down a little, in my opinion.
Personally, I was quite glad. Because I don't like the scare zones.
I know, but the scare zones are a nice way of getting everyone involved.
Yeah, but I don't want to be involved.
Yeah, but you don't have to go through the scare zones.
I do when I'm with you.
Well, yeah, but they're not even that bad.
No, they're not.
But yeah, I know. So,
I would have just appreciated more actors just roaming.
but
Like
I
the
think
pirate guy
I
we
think
saw.
Alton Towers is too big to realistically have that. I think that's the problem it suffers from. You can't just put roaming actors because you won't see them.
Yeah. But the pumpkins were good that they had.
Yeah.
The ride pumpkins.
Oh yeah, that
It
was
was
cool.
just kind of like the lighting as well. Like, because when we went, the Wicker Man lighting wasn't there.
Yeah.
Which just felt weird. Even though Wicker Man's really good in the dark. It's still like...
Yeah, it didn't feel
needed
quite right.
something.
But no, as I said, the maze quality was really high. All of them are very good. Darkest Depths, even more so.
And then you went to Fright Night.
Well, first we went to Fear Scream
we
Park,
went to
didn't
Fear
we?
Scream Park
So-
in the rain.
Yeah, so like a pop-up attraction specifically with scare mazes, essentially.
Yeah.
There were a few fun fairy rides, but it was mainly a scare maze event. And we tried all the mazes there. I think there were 5
5 mazes.
mazes, and it was good to, only having done the Towers mazes, good to kind of expand my portfolio of mazes I'd been in. So it was kind of bizarre to see how other people were making mazes.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit of a mixed bag in terms of how good they were. Some of them really good concepts, not so great execution. Others had quite generic concepts but really good execution, and then there were a few with good execution and good concepts. I think X4, which was this like military one, loved it because there were so many actors in it.
Yeah.
Crazy, made me run around, loved it. And then there was Vita Nova, which is kind of like a Smiler-esque thing about brainwashing people and controlling people.
Yeah.
Love that idea. And that was definitely a highlight. Really long maze. So we had fun at Fear Scream Park, but as you said, it rained constantly.
Oh, they need more undercover, please.
And the whole event is known for its fire.
Yeah, and we didn't see any because it was raining.
Yes, so that's...
They should just put a massive tent over the whole thing. Because, like, literally, we had to just sit in the bar,
Yeah.
which was like one tent. For the whole event, there was one tent, and it was just mad. But it was good other than that.
And then, as you said, rounded off the year with a visit to Fright Nights. Never been before. Rocked up just before the mazes opened. We got in the queue. Well, we waited to go into...
Chainsaw?
Yeah, what's it called?
Chainsaw Massacre. Creek thingy. Creek Freak.
Creek Freak Massacre.
Yeah.
So
We got there.
we waited in the queue to go on Creek Freak Massacre, or go in. And we were the first people in the queue, pre-queuing, and then we were the first people in. And that was a weird maze. I feel like the run that I had was a bit strange.
Because one bit was broken, right?
Well, the main highlight of the maze, the main figurehead effect didn't work. So that was a bit sad. Because I looked at it, I went, I know what this is meant to do. Yeah.
Do you think if you didn't know what it was meant to do, you'd be like,
well,
great?
You wouldn't know, would you?
Yeah.
That you're missing this big feature.
But would you think the maze was better than it was? If you didn't know that was a thing?
Potentially.
Yeah.
It's hard when you know that the main effect isn't working.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what people have spoken about. But I feel like it wasn't working for a while. But generally, the maze design was very cool. There was a mixture of elements, you know, so the rooms were very different. Each one had very different kind of effects, whether it be strobes or lots of actors or, you know, a combination of the two. So it felt pacing wise that there was enough. You know, it wasn't just the same.
But then all the other ones were rubbish, right?
Yeah. To be honest, the Creek Freak Massacre was so higher. The quality of that was much higher. So I only did 4 of the 5 mazes. The others I experienced was Blair Witch, Platform 15, and Living Nightmare. Living Nightmare was awful. The actors were barely any. There were so many people in the maze that we ended up just walking as a chain through half of it. Got told off for trying to hang back and not walk through as a chain. Yeah, it was just boring. The other 2, Blair Witch was interesting use of terrain and layout because it was very windy in the woods, but there just wasn't enough actors. And then Platform 15, I love the concept and story, but there's so much space in between. There's so much nothing. When you think of a scare maze, you don't think of scares the whole, 2-3 minutes of nothing and then more scares. It should be bam, 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 you know?
Yeah.
It just isn't. So yeah, it was good to see though. Good to see what Fright Nights was all about. You know, people love Fright Nights or people hate Fright Nights. So I was very much in the middle. Loved Creek Freak Massacre, but some of the other mazes were hot garbage. So, but yeah, this is it. But it's cool to ride some of the rides at night as well. We got on Stealth and Saw. Yeah. Which was nice.
So we did well at Halloween.
We did. And that was it, really, wasn't it? In terms of theme parks.
Theme parks, yeah. Because we didn't go to Winter Wonderland this year.
No.
We just weren't feeling it.
Nah.
There's only really one ride that we care about, so it's a long way to go now.
Yeah, just not really bothered. But we did more than just parks this year. We've mainly towards the end, kind of, really.
Yeah.
We started to kind of look at some things, look at some channel aspects and upgrade them. So,
I think it's been weird because now we live together, Coaster Bot has become more of a thing that we're doing together. Before it was kind of like, you were doing it, I was doing some stuff occasionally. Obviously we did the podcast together, but like now it's kind of, we have the space now to like do it properly. So we're cracking on.
So yeah, one of the first things we did was revamp the whole website.
We did, which you'd been talking about for like
ages.
Ever since we basically built the website.
Yeah, literally. The website was awful before. Half the features weren't there, which I originally intended to be there. It was just useless. There's literally no point using it.
Yeah.
Now it's very good.
Check it out.
Looks nice. There's stuff to see. We've got all the blog posts are on there, and we do blog posts about everything and anything. So if you're looking for more content, check out the blog posts. But yeah, coasterbot.com. It's kind of just like a hub, a taste of everything Coasterbot.
Yep, and that's where we keep the podcast.
It is where we keep the podcast. With those changes of the website, we decided to make, there's certain members of Coasterbot everyone will know about. There's myself, there's Aaron. Aaron's been around for a while. There's Andrew in America, so Aaron's in the Netherlands. Andrew in America, who's the main researcher. Yourself, Zoe.
Myself.
And then we added, when we were updating the website, we added a 5th member.
We did. We crowned him.
We did.
King Joel of Coasterbot.
Joel, podcast fan. Joel, him. So Joel had been in many, many videos before.
Yeah.
And he is the guy that runs the Coasterbot Discord, essentially.
He is the main man.
He is the main man. So if you're not... So Discord is just like a It's like a instant messaging site. It's a combination, I would say, of like a forum and Skype.
Yeah.
You can message the whole Discord. It's like a main chat that's available to everyone, but then you can private message individual people, and in the main chat there's different sections like general chat and specific ones for, say, roller coasters, and specific ones for other things like films, and so
like subcategories.
Yeah, so
sub-chats.
you can talk to people about different things, and you can even voice chat people, literally like a Skype call. So Joel spearheads that, and we have like 800 members on that now. It's really good. I think a lot of friendships have been made through the
Definitely.
Discord. A lot of enthusiasts have been made through the Discord.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for people to talk about theme parks
Stuff.
with, it's not even Coaster Bar, it's just theme parks,
Yeah.
If you're looking for people to talk to theme parks about, potentially go to theme parks with, the Coasterbot Discord is where it's at. Joel runs it very well. He gets rid of all the riffraff, no problem. He's like God. He oversees everything, and I don't know how he does it. If we make a change and someone asked me, "Do you want to do this?" I'm like, Joel, do we want to do that? It's true. It's honestly true. So,
Yeah.
So Joel got added to Coasterbot. And Joel makes his own videos on YouTube, actually. He makes these weird...
Very good vlogs.
Very cool vlogs, yeah. And that's Fishul. So that's Fishul. If you search that on YouTube, you'll find his content.
Yeah. And he also came on the podcast, so if you want
He
to
did.
hear his lovely voice, you can
did.
find that episode.
So yeah, added Joel. And the final thing, which is also the most recent thing...
Yeah. The most exciting thing.
is the fact that we now sell Coasterbot pin badges.
Woo!
I
don't know if we spoke about this on the podcast. I think we just said we did. And
yeah,
then...
so pin badges had been on the agenda for a while.
Yeah.
But we'd been reluctant because they're expensive.
Yeah.
So none of the merch prior to the pin badges were done by us. They're always done by external companies.
Yeah.
Right?
So we just upload our design.
Yeah, and they make it. Obviously, you can imagine if someone else is making it, the amount of money you gain from that is minimal.
Yeah.
Whereas if you fork out a large sum of money to begin with, you get all the money back.
But also you do the work.
Exactly. So we were reluctant to spend so much money, but I think we just kind of went for it.
We just did it, didn't we?
We did. So
Bit of a moment of madness.
We bought pins, made a campaign for them.
We made an absolutely amazing video.
We did.
To promote them.
We did. And you loved them, essentially. To put it bluntly.
I mean, the numbers say it all.
Yeah,
They exceeded our expectations.
Definitely. People loved the pins. There were two colours, blue and white. White sold out pretty much instantly. It's gone.
Told you to be quick, guys.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of blue left still, because we didn't expect that so many people would want the white ones.
Yeah.
So, Coasterbot pins, there's a store on coasterbot.com. So if you want a pin, you can hop on there, free shipping to the UK and reduce shipping elsewhere. But I might add, if you're thinking about a pin, you might want to hold on until mid-January.
Yeah, January sales.
I think 2020 is definitely going to be the year of merch.
Yeah, we're feeling it right now.
We're
getting into the zone of merch.
As soon as something goes wrong, we probably won't feel it.
We will stop the merch.
The pins were successful, and we're moving on to the next project. And I think it's going to be a cycle of introducing new merch regularly.
But merch that people want.
Merch that people want, definitely.
Yeah, we really don't want to do stuff that nobody cares about.
So if you're interested in specific merch, let us know and we'll ask generally.
Yeah.
We'll put a poll out there and be like, do you want to buy this? But the ultimate goal is to bring everything under our control, merch-wise.
Yes, the power is in our hands.
So that the merch you're buying is handled by us.
Physically
we've touched it.
and mentally.
Yes. I've physically polished every pin.
Legit has.
That went out. So
yeah, it would not send a pin out before polishing it.
No.
It was quite annoying.
Polished. So yeah, merch 2020 is the big thing. What else have we got 2020-wise?
2020, I don't know, man. It's a new decade.
It is.
Which is strange. I don't remember the last decade turn. Because we were quite young then.
Yes.
This is kind of the first one where we're aware. And it's actually kind of weird.
It is. No, I think 2020 has potential. So let's talk parks first. We've got some plans already.
We have plans in the works.
I don't know. I'm just going to spitball a few things. I don't know
Okay.
how many of them will actually happen.
Yeah, don't write these down or
We know
hold
that
us to this.
some will happen. So we're going on a trip to the Netherlands.
Woo woo.
To go to... I've been to Wallaby Holland already.
To go to Aaron's house.
We're going to Aaron's house. We're going to see Aaron's dog.
We are.
But we're also going to hit some theme parks up and see a lot of the Netherlands itself.
Yeah.
This is more than just a theme park trip. But yeah, we're going to hit up Wallaby Holland. So we'll get on Untamed, another RMC, and you'll get to experience Wallaby Holland.
Yes.
It's like Thorpe Park.
Brilliant. Send it to me.
It literally is. It's Thorpe Park of the Netherlands with
Careful.
better coasters.
Okay.
As in, well, I'd say the overall standard of coasters is maybe
Higher.
on par or below the overall standard.
Oh.
But the best ones are much higher than the best of Thorpe.
Okay.
You know, so
Yeah.
because they have some crap coasters like Condor, the SLC, whereas Thorpe doesn't really have any crap coasters.
Yeah, they're all just kind of medium.
Yeah, exactly. So
we're going there.
we're going there. We're going to the Efteling.
Woo, I'm so excited about
Finally,
that.
that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be my best one, I feel.
Yeah, so we're very excited to experience. Apparently, Efteling is very Dutch culture-ish.
Yeah.
You know, it appeals to the Dutch culture, the Dutch way of life. So I'm interested to see our thoughts on that. It's a very themed park. Lots of
Gonna love it.
Lots of unique rides there. It's going to be great. And then finally, Toverland,
Yeah.
which has a few cool things. It has Troy, a wooden coaster, one of the best in Europe, allegedly. Then they got Phoenix recently. That's a wing coaster with a bizarre layout. But it looks like it's a park that's up and coming. So lots
We
of
check it
cool
out.
theming and stuff. So yeah, we're checking that out. So that's the Netherlands.
Also, a possibility. Netherlands is happening.
Yes.
We have booked that.
Mm-hmm.
Possibility of Barcelona.
Yes. So Barcelona to see the sights and see Portaventura.
Yeah.
You know, spend a few days seeing Barcelona, seeing everything there is. You know, Familia.
The church.
Yeah.
Something familiar.
Sagrada Familia, I think it is.
Yeah.
The church, the cathedral, whatever it is. And then see Portaventura.
The shambles that is.
Well, this is it. I've heard so many things about Portaventura.
Yeah.
It seems one of the reasons we're going for several days is because I've heard that operation can be abysmal one day and be really good the next.
Yeah.
So
We're hedging our bets.
We're hedging our bets that one of the days that we go will be good.
No, in our luck, it will be bad.
Yeah, but there's so many. You know, Portaventura is one of the roller coaster capitals of Europe. And it'll be really, really good to experience some more coasters. There's quite a unique collection there.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't done a sit down. I have. That's a lie. Is it? No, it's a flawless technically. Haven't done a sit down B&M coaster. We haven't. You'll get on we'll both get on Shambhala.
Shall be?
A B&M hyper coaster. I've been on
That's
one.
going to be scary.
I loved it.
That's gonna
so
be
I'm
so
really
scary.
excited to go on another one. Then there's Furious Baco, Intimate Launch Coaster. It's meant to be rough as hell.
Cool.
More wooden coasters that are bad. And then there's Ferrari Land with Red Force.
Yeah.
So it just seems like a really cool park.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're just hoping that the operations are good.
Yeah.
Mainly Shambhala is definitely the highlight by
Yeah.
far. I don't really care about Shambhala. But yeah, that's on the agenda, and I think we're hoping to go to both. You know, see Barcelona. It's very much. I'd say it's very much like 75-25, as in 75% is wanting to go to Barcelona.
Yeah, we've been wanting to go there for ages now.
Yeah.
And it's not even that hard to go, is it? No.
So yeah.
I don't know what else we do. What else we do?
Well, there's a few things happening in the UK in 2020. There's
IAPA.
Well, IAPA is going to happen in London in September,
Yeah.
so hopefully we're going to
That's
try
on
and
the
attend
cards.
that. But then also Flamingo Land is opening their Colossus, their intimate multi-inversion coaster, 10 looper. So hopefully we'll try and go up and have a look at that.
What's the one down south as well? Poulton's Park.
Oh yes,
Poulton's Park.
So Poulton's Park is getting a Mack spinning coaster. as an expansion to a whole new area that I forget the name of. So
Dinosaurs, isn't it?
no, that was the Done the
No,
Dinosaurs.
what?
It's the ride's called Storm Chaser. It's part of like a town on Route 66 kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Americanized. Yeah,
Cool.
I forget the name.
But we haven't been there.
We haven't been there, so we're definitely going to head once Storm Chaser is open.
Yeah.
So that'll be a new park.
I'm sure we'll get to Oakwood at some point.
Oh, we'll definitely get to Oakwood. I think
we live in
Oakwood-
Wales now, so it's
Yeah.
very close.
I think we'll have to try and hit up Oakwood.
Soon.
Yeah, I think maybe once the season starts, maybe April. Well, not April. Maybe I don't know. We'll
go.
We'll get to Oakwood. Bring a few people along. Also happening is Andrew's coming to the UK.
Woo woo.
So we're gonna go on a little road trip to some UK parks with him. So there'll be loads of videos out with vlogs from
Andrew's
said
trip
parks.
to the UK.
Yes, where Andrew is going to be very confused at what we have. And then the rest of the year is don't know.
Who
We'll see.
knows?
We'll see where the scope is. I think maybe we'll make some irrational decisions to go to some parks.
You think?
Just some one-off kind of. Let's quickly go here. I don't know. I think there's so many times in the year that you can get really cheap flights to somewhere.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should have a look into just going, spur of the moment.
Wow.
But one thing I think we'd both like to do is closer to December time is go to a park for winter.
Definitely. We've been saying this for a few years now.
We've only got a few options. There's
You know what? It's hard though because of Christmas. Like, if you're gonna go away, like if you go to Winter Wonderland, it's fine. Obviously, it's only like
yeah,
a
but
day.
you can go in late November.
Yeah, but it's not Christmassy enough, is it? Really?
But there's a few options. There's the Efteling, but saying that we're going earlier in the year.
Yeah, maybe not.
There's Europa Park, and then Phantasialand.
Yeah.
So it's probably likely that Fly at Phantasialand will be open, which is their new coaster, their new flying coaster, and their new launched flying coaster. So maybe that's the place to go to.
Maybe.
Because I feel like Europa Park isn't the place isn't a park you want to visit first in winter. Not everything's going to be open, or technically should be open. It could be, but it might not be.
Right.
And I think they're wanting to build some more things, more coasters and whatnot. I don't know. So maybe Phantasialand is on the cards for the end of the year. We'll see.
Who knows?
But yeah, 2020.
It's gonna be a mad one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do some questions.
Uh-huh.
First of all, somebody sent us a voice message.
Wow.
Thank you. This is from Robert.
This year, I did a lightning skid and well around at Carter Steam Fair. I was not expecting them to place number 1 and number 2 for my favourite flat rides of all time. What happened to you that you weren't expecting? Something that came off as a bit of a surprise.
Something we weren't expecting.
I don't know. It's hard. I don't think it's been a year of the unexpected, I don't think there was any radical kind of... Well,
I'll tell you...
go on.
No.
I think maybe one of the unexpected things that we've spoken about already was going to Groenland and then having the Funhouse be one of the best rides there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about the Funhouse.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be really, really good. But honestly, in terms of big
Don't
rides,
you think like Colmar not being number 1 was unexpected?
No, as much as it was good, it's still up there in
So it's kind
our
of where
lists.
you thought it would be.
I thought it had potential to become number 1, but then
You doubted it.
I always doubted it. Because it, as much as it has a lot of good qualities, it just can't be the ride that I want it to be. Mm-hmm. I like a ride that has both positive and negative forces. Wildfire doesn't have positive forces. It
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Most wooden coasters don't. Most RMCs don't have any real hardcore sustained positive forces.
Yeah.
Because they can't, because they're made of wood.
So it never could have been.
Well, this is it. But then I love wooden coasters. I think sometimes wooden coasters are chaotic, and that is enough to fill the gap of
Right.
force. But then because Wildfire was so smooth, it doesn't feel like a wooden coaster. Nah. So I kind of expect.
So pretty spot on year.
Yeah.
Nothing's really exceeded this year. Or maybe we just hyped it up too much anyway.
Maybe.
Isaac says, what was your favourite trip of 2019?
It's probably the Leesburg one, honestly.
I think same. I don't know why, it was just like really good.
Yeah, I think it was really relaxed and we just kind of did what we wanted to do, got on things, took it easy. And
Yeah.
It's just a nice park to be
It's
in.
nice when you've been there before. You can just... It's not a mad panic to, like, ride stuff. Also, the city we'd been to before, so we were just kind of, like, going to places we didn't think we'd get to in the city. And also, I think the timing of it, like, it was just before we moved here. Everything had, like, settled down, and we were, like, just getting ready, trying to find somewhere, and it was just, like, nice to get away.
It was, definitely.
Zach says, which coaster was the biggest disappointment for you?
Well...
I always find calling something a disappointment is really harsh.
I don't think anything really disappointed this year.
I don't think it did either.
No, I really...
It was either like what I expected or like slightly better. Nothing was like, oh, that was awful.
No, definitely not. So...
Yeah, we did good.
Yeah.
TDB1434 says, how many new credits did you get?
No idea.
That is a good question. Do you still count?
Probably like 15.
10 to 20?
No, not 20. 3, 1, 4... Oh.
About 12-ish.
Yeah. So not too many.
That's quite a lot.
Nah.
That is quite a lot.
Last year, I had loads. You know,
Yeah, but you went on
exactly.
trips for days.
My count went from below 100 to
loads.
120 something.
Yeah.
I think I went from like 80 to 120.
But considering we only did 2 new parks, that's a lot of coasters for 2 parks. Especially when one of them's Cole Marden with like 1 ride.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Gornaland helped. Mishant128 says, what's your biggest regret?
That's
quite dark.
I don't know. There's probably a few projects in terms of videos and things that I would have liked to have done. There's always... I hate the idea of a big project and I'm reluctant to start one. So that's always kind of like, oof.
Maybe that should be your New Year's resolution.
Well, every year we get better at it, I feel. Or I get better at it. But it's just a slow
You've
process.
had a few big ones this year.
Well, this is it.
That did really well.
Yeah. So I think next year there's a few things I want to focus on. But the problem is, whenever I do a big project, I don't want it to affect consistency of videos going out. But it has to.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's hard. There's a balance that you have to strike. If I only made big projects, I would only be able to put something out like every month.
Yeah.
Which would be fine for some people and not fine for others. So then you have to strike this balance, and right now it's difficult. But next year, I think a few big projects. I'd like to do a few unique things, you know, more than just me. Maybe a few collabs with other roller coaster theme park YouTubers.
Yeah.
Maybe a few completely outside the box video ideas that don't fit my channel at all. Who knows? We'll see.
I think mine is not getting as many guests on as we could have on the podcast.
That's your fault.
I mean, in a way, but also you're the one who has to get the guests.
No, I feel now that you gotta do it.
Nobody knows who I am.
Exactly.
What do you mean exactly?
No,
Hi, I'm a really random person, but do you want to come on this podcast?
Well, I think if you just use the...
Well, no, I should have just pushed you more, but like there was just a few guests that we were going to get on and we didn't.
Yeah.
And I regret.
You don't ask, you don't get if you don't ask,
exactly.
Right? And I think next year will be the year of asking.
Yeah.
We just need to ask a lot of people for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I definitely want it to be a bit more unique. I think 2018 was a big year in terms of things changing. 2019, it wasn't so big in terms of channel.
I feel like we've just kind of found our feet this year.
Yeah, but then I don't like that. I don't want that to be the case.
It's a filler year, Harry. Deal with it.
I don't want it to be the case. It constantly needs to evolve. I feel like we were evolving.
We evolved.
With new stuff towards the end of the year. Like the website and the pins.
But also, it was a big year for us, generally speaking, in our lives. So you can't...
It was a huge year in our lives.
We graduated, we moved out, we got a place.
Which is probably why...
And we still did
elsewhere.
stuff.
Yeah.
We still did it.
But yeah, next year should be a bit more stable.
Yep.
And hopefully we can make the channel unstable.
Woo,
Just the way it
mess
should
it up
be.
a little bit.
Well, I feel like if you're just doing the same thing, what's the point?
Yeah.
So as homework for you listeners, I want you to either, well, you can do it on whatever. Like, I want you to, if you have a merch idea that you like, let me know. You know, either DM me on Instagram at CoasterBot or tweet me at CoasterBot on Twitter, or message us on Facebook at CoasterBot. So merch ideas that you like the idea of, and then also video ideas that you like the idea of. If you think we should work with a certain someone, or we should get a certain someone on the podcast to talk about a certain thing, you know, let us know. If you have some really good ideas, share them.
We're doing them.
We as much as, you know, people probably think, oh, they probably thought about this. We probably haven't.
Yeah, we probably haven't.
Honestly, so
A lot of some things we have thought of,
yeah,
but it's also it's nice to know that there are things that we thought of and that you also thought of.
yeah. If
You know?
if you want a big bold task, tweet at Theme Park Worldwide and tell him to come on the podcast.
Ooh.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, you asked Sean for us, yeah? We'd like Sean to come on.
He's a busy man.
We're aiming, you know, at some point we're going to ask him. But, I mean, if you feel like it's time, just tweet him.
Yeah, just tweet it.
Do it for us.
Add me as well, you know. Say,
Yeah.
CoasterBot says you need to come on the podcast. Just drop me in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, please, I think people message us on the platforms, right? And it's very helpful. It's very helpful when people have questions. So feel free to message us with questions and with suggestions.
Yeah.
We're always open to that. We can't always have a chat. If you want to have a chat, the Discord is the place to go.
Yeah.
We can't have a chat on social media, but we will respond.
Think of it
to,
as a suggestion box. You can just put your
Yes.
little slip in and we'll read it.
We will read it. I'll
We'll
respond.
reply.
I'll respond to it.
We reply, but it's a slip.
Well, this is it. It's not. Yeah. If you want an ongoing conversation, as I said, Discord is the place to go for both people, and I'm on there every so often as well to have a chat to. So there you go.
Episode 30.
It's a big one. Big asks here. If you're watching, you know, thank you. Thank you for watching. We don't know how many people are watching this as well.
This is not...
Listening to
Harry,
this.
this is not a video.
We don't know how many people are listening to this.
We don't know who's out there.
We literally don't. So if you are listening, you know, regularly or irregularly, you know, if you're listening to this in 2021, whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thanks.
for listening.
Pretty mad that some people do listen.
Yeah. And if you enjoy the podcast, then
You know what? I think if you enjoy the podcast, the best thing you can do is just tell your mate about it.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you enjoy the podcast and you have other enthusiast friends or other friends that like theme parks,
Even if they
Let them
don't
know.
listen to podcasts. So I didn't know what podcasts were. And now all I do is listen to podcasts. Like, probably changed my life when I discovered them. So they might not even know what it is. But, you know, share the love, man.
yep. And that's about it for this one.
Yeah.
So-
We'll be back next week. Next week, Friday is Boxing Day, right?
No, Friday's 27.
Okay, we'll be back after Christmas on the 27th for a Christmassy episode when it's all over, and it's just going to be a little mini-sode. So,
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
There we go. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.